Hello folks, welcome back to the Citadel server here in Westhill, a 2.5-year-old Minecraft medieval town. And we have to start off by walking away from the medieval town because the old Elytra is feeling kind of rough. I'm going to need to get a second pair. If I'm going to start building things like this that require such a large investment in flying around, I should probably invest in a better way to replace them. So having a spare would mean less time flying to the Nether to repair them, but this won't take super long. But I'm not going to bring everything here with me. We're going to dump a few things. There's also a couple of spots upstairs that I can drop some things off. We should be good to go. I should also check to see if there's any other tools that need repair. I don't know if that's got mending or not. I feel like not all of my tools have mending. Maybe I should get mending on that too. I guess it depends on how many levels I get while we're there. Cosmic Dancer, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Some of the mods will know. Oh, speaking of Cosmic Dancer, and speaking of mods, Tier 1 subscription, 58 months. Wow. You're coming up on being a senior, a senior citizen member. For us in Canada, that's usually 65. I'm just going to put some of this extra stuff in here. Zombie just met his untimely demise. Don't need to bring any of that. I think I'll make sure I have an ender chest and a crafting bench on me. We're good for food and rockets. I guess away we go. Less of the senior. Oh yeah, I'm definitely I think I might be one of the older members of the community. Most people are younger. I know a couple are. I feel like a couple of the mods are older than me. But not by much, you know, within 5 years. That sort of thing. But what I was going to say earlier, speaking of mods, we had a really nice raid from It's Bits yesterday, but their community is a very boisterous community. Lots of emote spam. And previously we had our emotes set to a limit of 12, just to kind of avoid some of the more, we'll say, abusive chatters that you might find on a weekend. But I shouldn't say abusive. The people that just spammy chatters on weekends that like to spam emotes to get attention. Anyway, unfortunately, even though Nightbot, the settings on Nightbot separate symbols like question marks and exclamation points and emotes in their limits, they read them as the same. So if you did 6 emotes and 6 or 7 exclamation points, then Nightbot would time you out. And we saw a bunch of people come in with the raid yesterday, and I think the idea with It's Bits raids is he has a watermelon emote, and so everybody comes in and spams the watermelon emote, which is a very friendly emote. And a lot of people that were coming in were getting timed out, and then I feel like it might have stifled a bit of the raid. People maybe didn't feel that they were welcome to chat, so I've changed it now. So instead of 12, it's now 24 on both symbols and emotes. I still think that it's going to loop them together. I don't think that Nightbot really separates them. So it's double the capacity it was. Hopefully that's enough for the next time we get a raid from someone that has an emote-friendly community, or an emote-heavy community, I guess is the best way to say it. But we'll see. Lila, good to see you. Been a minute. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I don't have many gray hairs on my head, Lila, but I've got white hairs in my beard. I always find it funny that the distance loads before stuff in your immediate vicinity. I'm going to move this. Every time I walk off this bridge, I think, like, this is really in my face. I'm just going to carve it back. And we know I can't leave coal, so there's that. Also, diorite. Ugh. You saw nothing? Death Skull, hello. How are you? Day's going well. Had a little coffee visit with my mom this morning. Oh, there is a phone call. Hold on for 1 second. Sorry, I normally have my phone on mute, but sometimes the front door buzzes, and that was a wrong number. Doing well, says Death Call. Nice. Yeah, I had a coffee with my mom this morning, bright and early, because older folks get up at the crack of zero dark stupid. But mom comes into town at least once a month to have lunch with a bunch of friends that she went to like junior high school with. So people that she's known since she was 13, 14. Mom's in her 70s, just so people are aware of how old these friends are in terms of how long they've been friends. And so they get together for lunch. And when she does that, she usually makes a whole day of it. She lives about 45 minutes or an hour outside the city, so when she's in town, usually she'll visit myself, my sister. She'll go to lunch with the girls, and then she'll end up going back home around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So it was nice. Having my day off. Today's the day off. I got to prove for my first apartment. Lila, that's amazing. Good stuff. Remind me, if you don't mind sharing in chat, where in the world do you hail from, Lila? Where is the first apartment? Don't be too specific. We're just, general country would be fine. I'm just curious. How's that for some fancy flying? Pretty crazy being friends for that long. Yeah, I agree. My dad has a friend that he's known since he was 5, Pat. And it is an absolute hoot to go out to dinner with those guys, let me tell you. I keep on pressing hotkeys for satisfactory. Apologies. I may stick around long enough to get enough levels for an extra book of mending. Texas. Okay. Getting a lot of rain where you are. Interesting. It's been a little bit rainy here the last couple days too. I might stream for a long time today. It's just kind of gross and gray outside, and it's a good distraction. Very, very cool. I've been doing, I've been looking at moving myself. I'd be looking at going from my apartment where I've been for a long time to a house if I can. I hope I'm going to pronounce this right. Majkalinen? I hope that's correct. Is the J silent? Makalinen, maybe? Thank you. I appreciate it. It's my job, so it works out. That'd be fun to get paint on the walls and how you want. I actually can paint my apartment if I wanted to. I have to paint it back. You have to paint it back to something neutral. If you do anything crazy before you move out, that's part of my lease. But I painted the inside of my apartment. I've been here's a thing that's going to date me and surprise a lot of people. I have been in the same apartment for 20 years, and about halfway through that, it really needed a new coat of paint. Now, I did not reinvent the wheel. I just painted everything eggshell white because I'm a very simple person as far as inside decor, and it meant that if I ever, left in a hurry, I wouldn't have to do anything to it. I could just leave it. But the building bought the paint, and then I did the work with my folks 10 years ago. So it could use another one, actually, but I just haven't bothered. Because, again, I'm probably going to be moving out soon. Knock on wood. I don't know. A lot of stuff has to happen. 20 years is a long time. I'm not a spring chicken. 16. This is going to take a while. I don't think we're going to be able to get to the level I want to be right off the bat today. Usually it's faster. Here comes some. I mean, whatever. We can chat for a little bit. Just to kind of see if we can build up a little bit of levels. What do I need? Probably at least 30. No, wait a minute. I don't need to go to 30. I'm not using an enchantment table. I'm using an anvil. So really, I could be good. No books there. Do I have? I don't have the enchanting books on me. Does anybody remember if I had mending books? I can check my swamp. I had an old AFK fish farm that might have some books in there. Whatever, we'll get to like level 24 or something like that, and then I'll bail. Sad you didn't paint it pink. Nice. The house that I was looking at the other day was bright sunshine yellow. It was a little out of my price range, and it sold like immediately because that's the market right now, but how long have you been streaming for, and what led you to stream? I've been streaming for 5 years as of March. I've only been doing streaming and podcasting as my full-time job for about a year. I've always been independent. I have been a freelance artist for 20 plus years. Like art design, graphic design, web design, illustration, that kind of thing. And so I was using podcasting and streaming to supplement the income. And after I started the Spawn Chunks with Pixel Riffs, then everything kind of took off. And streaming was just a natural step from, I tried doing edited content. If you go to Joel Duggan on YouTube, you can see my old edited YouTube videos for Minecraft. And I just found I didn't have the time to play Minecraft alone in a silo, record it, edit it, post it to 2,000 people. Like it wasn't enough. And then streaming the content became the best way to support it financially. And also involves less time sink. Like, yes, I'll stream for 3 to 5 hours, but there's no editing afterwards, right? Like there's a little bit of admin with downloading the VOD, posting it to the Joel Duggan VODs channel on YouTube, but that's it. So now the Joel Duggan VODs channel doesn't get a lot of members. I think it's sub 1,000 subscriptions, which are not, they're just the free subs. If I can get it to 1,000, I think we're closing in on 800. If I can get it to 1,000, I can start to charge a little bit of ad revenue on that, and that would help I don't imagine it would be a lot of money, but it would just, any kind of residual income that you can work into your stream as a content creator is good. Oh man, another tough name. Uday Monique. I hope I'm saying that right. Actually found you via your YouTube VODs. Cool. That means the tags I'm using are maybe working. What were you searching for? I'm curious. Oh, we're at level 30. Time to go. Less boring Patreon stuff. Only 5 years doesn't feel that long since I first followed. Been a great 4 years with the channel and the Spawn Chunks. Well, thanks very much, Death Skull. That's awesome. 4 years, yeah. I mean, Spawn Chunks is not yet 5. Spawn Chunks will be 5 this August. So the Spawn Chunks is just a little bit behind me in terms of the time in. Olive Fabric Let's Plays is how you found me. Okay. Okay. Did I get your name right? Let me know. I'm actually getting into graphic design myself. Just need to find the right job to allow me to keep going to classes. Very cool, Lila. That's great. Close enough. Feel free to write it phonetically in the chat if you want. Once I see it or get it right, I'm usually pretty good at remembering. That was close. I don't want to make those. Alright, we'll stop by my swamp to see if I've got any. Uday. Okay. Uday Monique. Uday Monique or Monique. Uday Monique. Cool. Where in the world are you from? Uday? Is it all one word or is that first and last name? I'm getting a really good frame rate for playing with shaders. Normally it's not this smooth. Let's just pop down here just in case there's extra mending. I'm sure I've cleaned this out, but we'll just check it out. One word. You're in Nova Scotia too? Shut the front door. That's awesome. Small world. Now do I remember where all of this stuff is the question. Not here. Not here. There is a stopping point halfway. I think here. So this is an old AFK fish farm before they nerfed them and got rid of them. But I might have mending books. Probably not. I imagine a lot of what I had is probably just not here. I also like mixed up the books with other stuff. There's also a zombie spawner nearby. That's the happening there. Okay. It was worth stopping and checking, but we're good. Hey Cal, how's it going? I just started a profile on this website. If I'm allowed to share a link to my portfolio, if any of you want to see how I can draw. I think you'd have to share that with a moderator first, Lila, because you're not a member. So you'd have to share it. And that way a mod can double check the link. Are you originally from Nova Scotia, Uday? Sorry, Uday Minik? This way. I kind of miss building Minecraft bases that are just like whatever you want. You're originally from the prairies. Oh, wow. What brought you out to the East Coast? Family out here 15 years ago. Wow, cool. I'm from here. I grew up here in Dartmouth. Lazy Tiger, welcome in. There's Lila Page's art. Thanks, Cosmic. Oops. That's not a real portal, Joel. You have to press the button. Mr. Miley, lurking and cooking pizza. And now the entire chat is hungry for pizza, and it's your fault. Yeah, these are Silders. What are these? No, BSL version 8 point gobbledygook. So go to the BSL website, check out the shaders. There's a bunch of different versions. You can get lighter shaders. Enhanced default is a good shader to start with if you find it like horrible on your PC. I can't build like this. I can walk to and fro the main areas like this as a fun way to show off the builds, but like if I start building, I've got to go back to regular Minecraft. It's too choppy. I've been thinking about investing in a new PC, but as I mentioned earlier in the stream, you know, when you're looking at moving, that could be expensive. So I'm kind of waiting to see what my future budget is in the next year to kind of see what I might want to do. Because in order to kind of make a step up with the current build that I have, I'd have to just get a new PC. I think the only things that I could move forward from this would be the secondary hard drive. Everything else would have to stay. So I'd have to go new case, new motherboard, processor. Oops. You have any opinions and thoughts about the rise of AI art? I don't have very informed opinions, but I was talking about this when I was out for a beer with the guys a couple of weeks ago. And the thing about the AI art is that as someone that posts art online or has posted art online for the majority of my career, I've been lucky in that I haven't had a lot of people plagiarize my work. But the idea of AI art models being trained on existing artists without the artist's permission, it's not great, but the internet has been doing that for ages. You know, it just wasn't AI doing it. It was people in, we'll say, countries outside North America taking art and just like making t-shirts and selling t-shirts with someone's art on it until they get caught. And then they just cease and desist, and then they open up a new website somewhere else where you don't know, and then they just keep on going. It's just happening faster and is certainly making more headlines now because of the way that AI is all over the news. The thing about it, though, I'll turn my shaders off. The thing about it, though, is that if you are using AI as an artist, like if you yourself are a concept artist and you're well, how cool is that? Perfect 64. If you're using AI to like build up concept art and ideas and then using that as reference to then paint your own thing, not copy and not using AI to generate the image, but using AI to generate your own reference image, especially if you could train an AI model on your work. So if I went to my website and said like, hey, using art from joelduggan.com, give me 30 different designs for teddy bears based on my own artwork. That would save me an absolutely just metric ton of time. Cosmic's left. Thanks, Cosmic. That would save me a ton of time, but with the advantage to the artist comes the nefarious users, right? The people that are using it in ways that are illegal and causing harm and to intellectual property and all that kind of stuff, right? So there's always the double-edged sword. So the last time we were here, we left off on this tower and this tower bridge and this section here. And I'm pretty sure I'm happy with most of this. I think, that we're not keeping that. I know that. The one thing that I'm curious about doing is extending this build out a bit, even if it's just by a single block. We would lose this door, and that's fine. I don't think I really need it. Because I feel like if we bring this out by a block, it takes the internal space of this from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we did 11, it would work out a little bit better. And then we could also thicken up the wall here because this feels like a weird kind of niche. So we could make this feel more symmetrical, which could be cool. And it wouldn't be difficult to extend. And I think any kind of extension, I don't know. I wonder if we can just get rid of this. Yeah, like we could wrap this around and have this be just like a total exit here. I'm starting to think more about the insides of this build. That's actually much better. I like that a lot more. Yeah, that opens that up nicely. We'd have to mess around with the ceiling a little bit. Yeah. I'll leave that there just for reference, but I feel like if we did that, we extended this out by a block, it would reduce this. This feels a little bit large, and it would simplify this area too. So yeah, I think I would probably have stronger opinions about the AI thing. I think the part that people get bent out of shape about is that they signed up to put all their artwork on something like artstation.com, and then artstation.com is one of the sites that's being scraped by DaVinci and these other AI models. But the problem there is that like the artists that are online and barking about the AI, like, did they bother to read the fine print about what ArtStation can do with your work? Like, usually when you have a site like that, if you're not paying for it, then you are the product. It means that if you've put your art up there, I mean, ArtStation is never going to say it's our art, but if ArtStation is promoting ArtStation, they're probably going to use art from ArtStation, right? Why wouldn't they? Yeah, I think from an inside perspective, I'm going to want to pull that door out. We'll go and get that. We also need to change the design of this. I feel like this stone bridge needs to be brick all the way along to separate it out from this. Maybe we'll do, these will stay stone, but this has to be brick, I think. One great use I heard for AI is also making in-between frames for animation. I'd never thought about that. I should talk to my buddy Peyton about that. He is an animator. I wonder if that's a thing that could be done. A lot of times animation these days, I mean, that could really speed things up. All right, what are we going to need? We're going to need sprucey things. Definitely some dark oak stuff. Do we not have any dark oak slabs? Really? Oh, that's stripped. Whoops. Well, I might need some of that anyway. Stone bricks and andesite. I should go downstairs and get some of my stone bricks. If you only had more things, yeah. That's what I need, more stuff. More storage to carry it all, yeah. Hey, McScrewgunn, how's it going? All right, let's start with this. And I'm just going to make my life easy here. So I'm thinking we go to here. And then we just put in this every other block. So that way it's going to look like it's a different kind of build. But it's still going to tie in quite nicely with the way that these are designed. That's the hope anyway. And then that all looks a little bit nicer. Oh, I guess before I do this, I should figure out how long this is now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it really should end. No, that makes sense, I guess. Now I should point out that I'm totally planning on doing like a texture pass on this when it's all done. Meek Peak, hello. Good to see you. I think the other thing too is that, you know, when you're looking at that AI thing, there's always that initial freak out. You know, it's like the music industry when things went digital instead of having to buy records and CDs and stuff. And look at Vinyl Now. Like Vinyl Now is like this collector type thing, right? So that looks okay. I think we might have to do a solid, like a stone part there to finish the design. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see. So I think of what artists that are worried about AI. I mean, it's good to be aware and it's good to be concerned, but I think that artists that are not just poo-pooing it, but thinking like, all right, I might not win this fight. I might want to or need to figure out how to utilize this. Like, how do I take advantage? How do I get ahead of this? And if you can do that, then I think you're gonna do okay. Like when I was in university, I took a traditional like fine art degree, so drawing, painting, sculpture, that kind of stuff. And I could see the writing on the wall. Like I understood that things were going very digital very quickly. So I learned how to do digital artwork and ended up working in digital animation, but traditional digital. So like not CG stuff like Toy Story, but stuff like George of the Jungle or Mucha Lucha, like those kind of shows. So like the Flash type stuff, Flash animated. So yeah, like that, by getting ahead of that, I was able to get a job, you know? So artists that are concerned about AI, I want to know what the job is for the artist that works in AI. Like what can you do to make your skill set uniquely yours by using AI? And that's what I meant earlier about like, you know, if I could reduce the amount of hours that I have to spend on concept art by using AI to strengthen my workflow, then why wouldn't I? Because chances are you're being paid a contract rate, right? Like just say it's $2,000 for a character design. Well, if that takes you 100 hours, that's not great, you know, or more. If it takes you half of that because you've used AI, that's fantastic. Your client is still paying the same rate, but you can just work a lot faster. So if we keep this little section here, which I don't know if I'm going to, I may just have to bring this all the way down. Don't exactly know what to do here. Yeah. I feel like this has to have like an arc to it, maybe. I don't know if I have enough stuff for this, but we'll give it a go. Mr. Miley, I trained as a technical illustrator and graduated as a desktop. Publishing came along. Just my luck. Nice. Yeah, I graduated just as stuff went digital as well. All right, so that's there. Let's go. On that block. Oh, crap. I forgot that there's supposed to be a wall there. That's not even then. That's going to be a... Or that's an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, that'll still work. Oops. McScrewgunn says, I have a friend who makes concept art for a miniatures game manufacturer. Oh, wow, that's cool. He suspects AI will replace the effort to create the briefs and examples he is given and then works from. He believes the middleman will disappear. Yep. Yep. And that's the thing, like right now you're seeing a lot of like AI happening in like marketing. I'm trying to figure out how I can make AI help me, you know, like in the tasks that I have to do repetitively, you know, in terms of like, can it help me write or script TikTok posts that I currently don't make that I should be making, you know, like there's stuff like that that I think could be taken advantage of. I just have not yet learned it. But just like anything else, when you're an entrepreneur, like it all falls on you, right? So it's hard to figure out what to do next. That goes up by, let's just put this out by 2. So that still works. I don't know if this is going to work. Not if I run out of blocks, it's not going to work. And I ran out of blocks. I'll throw them under the bus here, but I believe your community member and patron Minipacks uses AI to write business emails they do not wish to write. That might have some suggestions for them. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, look, if there's someone in here that needs help writing a lot of email replies, it's the wonderfully helpful Cosmic Dancer who helps with a lot of email. Cosmic, have you looked into AI for your own stuff? Like for email and admin? And I mean, not for your job, but like for, you know, what you do with you help out with the digital communities that you moderate. See, that to me actually works out pretty well. We'd smooth that over, like it doesn't have to be quite like that. But I think that actually, that works. Now I just have to change this part here because I like that part better. Film is over asked. I like a lot of people. I want sorry, I missed something, McPeak. I don't know. Oh, I see. AI in film is costing jobs at the moment. This is really high. I always forget how high this is. That's a slab? That should be it. Yeah, I guess the only other thing that we could do would be maybe changing this. Actually, you know, that's not bad. And then if I change this to a slab as well, then the three in the middle create kind of like a specific thing. Looks more intentional. Don't know about that. That's a little bit boring. Maybe that's where we could put a light, you know, like a lamp or something, lantern. Helpful. Yeah, we'll call that done for now. Not yet. It's on my list, but one of those things I haven't managed to get to because I need time to understand how I can make it work, save rather than add it. Remind me, Cosmic, I should send you a link. I follow, I can't remember her name. There's an organization that I follow on TikTok, and I get an email from them, and their whole thing is like teaching people how to make better prompts for AI. And so by doing that, you end up being able to do more with AI than you thought you could, and about all the different tie-ins. Because like AI on the surface just doesn't do enough on its own. You have to be able to use plugins and use APIs and stuff to kind of get it to do what you want. Like, for example, I would really like to, like, some of the things that I do when I start a stream, like I have to then make a Twitter post, and then I have to put the Twitter post in my Discord. And like, I like to do it personally because I like to have a graphic. I like to have a screenshot. But like, it would be kind of cool. And I'm sure I could do this with a very simple chatbot. Like if I go live on Twitch, I want Twitch to put a message in my Discord that tags everybody, says I'm live, but I want it to say that I'm live with details, not just Joel's live. It's like I'm live playing Minecraft, working on, you know, or for Thursday stream. Even if it was just the day of the week, I'd be fine with that. So for now, we'll leave it like that. I think it matches both sides. I normally put something over the door here, and normally it would be a different kind of block, but that's going to have some tangent corners there. So I think what we'll do here is I'll still do a stair, but we'll leave it as the same color. So that way. And this room could get bigger if we really wanted it to. So that's a possibility as well. Although 3 wide is kind of nice. Who knows, maybe we want to change the color of this room or the texture, and that way it can stay stone on the outside, but maybe we change it to be something else in here. You know, like maybe we want this to have a bit of a trim or something inside that doesn't work outside, so we can always try something like that, although that doesn't really work there. We'll have to see. This is all old exteriors, that's why it's got this funny detail on it. All right, well, I think that's the bridge done. I may still change those back, but for now, we'll leave them. What does it look like? Yeah, it feels a little bit odd. Best solution for now until I come up with something else. Yeah, I mean, Meek Peak, yeah, I caught up. Thanks, though. Prompt engineering will most likely become a specialization in itself in the future. Death Skull, yeah, agreed. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's totally a possibility. Okay, so let's look at the way that things are lining up in this space. So currently we have this 2 wide, 3 wide to 2 wide to 2 wide. What we could do is widen this to 3 and then have it be, this got 3 wide. And that would look a lot better. And the center of this would be here. So there'd be 1 window there. So we've got 2 windows there, but only 1 there. So to get an extra window, we'd have to go out by at least a block. Yeah, I don't know about this. This might get filled in. So we could either keep the windows like they are, or we could create this and then just reverse the windows, and there would be 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, but just move them down to figure out what looks better. Now, there's nothing to say that this has to stay like this either. We could make the bottom be fatter and keep the top the way that it is, and just create like that sort of difference. But I guess we have to do the windows first. Yeah. So I'd probably want to get rid of this. And let's go up at least 1 more out there. I don't know about these windows on the corners. I kind of want... Do people, when you do windows in buildings, do you think they look better when they're up against the edge like that? Or would it be better to switch this around, for example? I guess we don't have to have them all the same. I like the idea of having them all the same. I think I like that better. Cosmic with the longest break reminder ever. McScrewgunn, take her easy. I know your lunch break is over. Appreciate you popping by. Always good to see you. This message brought to you by ChatGPT. That's hilarious, Cosmic. Well played. Just so people know that are maybe watching this on YouTube later and you can't tell. Cosmic used ChatGPT, and the message says, "Hey Joel, I hope you're enjoying your stream and having a fantastic time engaging with your audience. I just wanted to drop in with a friendly reminder that it's essential to take care of yourself during these streaming sessions. With that in mind, it's time for a well-deserved 5-minute break." Like, if that could sound any less like Cosmic. Typical Cosmic break reminders are like, break before I smack you. From across the Atlantic. Plus pink. From a construction perspective, they would not be right against the corner. No, you're right. I know what you mean. This is extra structure needed. Now I'm really gone. Right. 2 cents received. Thanks, McScrewgunn. Aldebar, a 6-month gift subscription courtesy of Cosmic Dancer has entered the 2nd month. Thanks for giving that shout out to Cosmic Aldebar. Cosmic, thank you for giving Aldebar a shout out or a gift sub for 6 months. We're making some progress here, but it is indeed time for me to step away. For folks that don't know, that's a closet. I also take a break once an hour for about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to go do that now. I'm going to refresh my coffee. You should too. Maybe grab a snack or grab a friend. We're always trying to increase the viewership as I try to do the things in life I'm trying to do. The more eyes on my work, the better. So if you like what you're seeing, tell a friend. Back in 5 or 6 minutes. right. So we know we want to expand the room. Now we have to look at the roof. I think if I do this, I'm going to knock this back too. That's probably about right. Yeah. Okay. So that does bring us out into the middle of the room. This feels off, though. Here we go. That could be fun to decorate. I may or may not make it like that. I kind of want to do a library in here, maybe. I guess we could put books in the corners. That could be cool. So we know we're coming out by at least a block. I don't think I have any room on this side to come out any farther. Not really. Although I'm tempted to make this tower a little bit taller. Right, it's an asymmetrical roof anyway. This is also very straight. And we could probably use with a little bit of flair, you know? I like what I did on, I think it's the mansion. We just have to, we can't see it from this angle. But yeah, the mansion has a nice kind of angle that pops out like that. So I think that would look cool on this if possible. And certainly on this, it tends to work better on more steeply angled roofs. So let's go by at least one. And I think at this point is where it goes out the first time. Or maybe it's above this. We'll try here for now. Again, the whole idea is to add more height and fanciness to this if we can. So in and then out on the next step. And then the last little bit was just at the very top, actually. Can't really see from here. Kind of tough to get an angle on that, isn't it? Hmm. Well, this is in the way for starters. And this is getting trimmed at least back to there. Where did that go? Bizarre. Tower zombie is still there. Or was it a skeleton last time? So that's getting cut back at least to there. That goes back in like that. I wonder actually if we could just take that kind of advantage, kind of turn it backwards. That probably feels the best. Oh, that's why it looks funny. That's why it looks a little bit weird. How can we do this? If I cut that off, then there could be a whole corner here that doesn't touch. That might be worth doing. I feel like I've got that going up in the wrong spot. Yeah. You definitely don't want the creeper towers. That's a no. You don't want the creepers in the towers. Didn't end up doing this very much. Thought it happened more often. This roof design thing. Works better on larger roofs, of course. Thanks for the sleep, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it goes up a bit, and then after the stair, it goes out. I guess it might be just the scale. I think this is how I do it. Yeah, up a bit after the stair goes out. I think maybe what it's missing is that top flare, the additional spot where we do this again. So it goes out there, and then here it would go out again. See what that looks like from a distance, and if it looks okay, we'll keep it. It'd be a nope tower. What was it that we were talking about the other day? The nope tunnel or something in Satisfactory? Oh, it was the hypertube. The nope tube. The one that was like too disorienting. So right away, you can see that pokes past the existing tower. I am unfortunately realizing that we're using the same roof color. So that's kind of annoying. I don't think I like that second extension though. And we would obviously move the wall out to meet all of this. Yeah, that's not a long enough distance. So I think maybe we just do it the once, not twice. Although it looks okay. It looks kind of funny from below. I wonder if maybe I started it off too low and we can just go up a bit. So instead of going out here, what if we went out up here just by the one brick? So this would go this. No. Go in here, then out like that. Don't know if that really makes any sense. The Nope Tube. Mini packs had a better name for it, which oh, the guys, you folks get into like the maybe tube or the sorta tube, sorta kinda tube. It was something like that. It's really hard to see this. No, I liked it the way I had it before. All right. Well, at least we know we can adjust it in a way that makes sense. It just looks a little bit funny from the ground, but other than that, it's fine. Now here, we can change this out for a stair. And potentially even get into some trapdoor stuff. That might be too much. I think it probably is. Let's go with that for now. And then if we wanted to emphasize this a little bit, we could also take this down. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 is the middle. So we'd either do like a flat thing like that, or we could do like a special pattern where it looks like it's got bumps on it. I don't know where I've done that before. I like that too. That's kind of cool. Yeah. No, didn't do it there. I thought I did this somewhere. There's an example. So like little bumps along the roof. We could also add stone into this as well. That could be something we could do. That might feel a little asymmetrical because we haven't adjusted the windows yet. Yeah, if we do that, I think we have to not have it go there. I think we have to treat it like it goes to about there. This would be like a one-sided swoop to the roof, not a two. I think I like the windows better too. So the question is, do we want to have the lower windows be taller? I certainly want more to highlight them somehow. I think I need to put out those campfires. Or move them or have only one. Yeah, you really can't see the windows. I think the windows are more like from the bridge, maybe? Yeah. I guess they're plenty tall. Maybe a block more. If I could swing an extra block, that would be good. I like that zone detail on the roofs. You've used it in some places around Westhill. Yeah. Just trying to make this feel like it's all part of the keep, right? So like when you see it, you want it all to kind of like register as the same sort of design. So we may come back to that. Right now, I think what I want to do... Yeah, I don't think we can do anything. Is this the stairwell? It is the stairwell. It's strange. It's an odd transition. So up here, we want to adjust the windows to match. And that means this is going to change. Now, I don't know why I had chosen bricks for the top of this. And I liked that idea of having the slab at the bottom, but you can't put glass panes on that at all. So maybe we have to go with a different block. Is this an outside wall as well? No. I guess here we could kind of move this out a bit. Yeah, maybe. I do like the idea of this being open. I may not want it to be 3 wide here. I think we might want to knock this back a bit to make this room below feel even more grand. Yeah. And having 3 on these is cool because it gives us an opportunity to maybe play with some other mechanics. Or like placement patterns and stuff. For example, just to make it look a little bit more interesting if you're looking at it from below. It's a little cooler looking. And we can work out the logistics of how that might look like it's supposed to be held up later. But I think that looks really cool. Like I like how that kind of comes into a little asymmetrical here. So we can maybe change this to be wood or something. I mean, maybe the whole upper level here is just wood. I guess at this point, we could either take it all the way out or round it in there and have it be the same on both sides. We can play around with that. Big head face, as always, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Getting chapel vibes from the window, says Useless Rogue. Yeah, I kind of want this to feel like an important room, you know, because the way that you kind of enter this place, just kind of recap for anybody that's a little bit behind. Here is the main gate for the keep, right? So somebody coming in would arrive, you know, come through town, come in through the main gate. The courtyard would be a place where you could like have your horse taken. We've got a horse stall over there that will be eventually finished and decorated. This is potentially where some guards or somebody might sleep. There's entrances to the towers. There's a door or a door in here that's going to go upstairs. This is also going to go upstairs. There is a door there that takes you up to the very, very top where the portcullis is. So like there's a lot of kind of sneaky ways. So this is more for like the function of guards and different people moving around. Servants and stuff, there's like a kitchen entrance and like a little pig pen area. And then coming into the main hall, like this is what you see, like minus all my crap there, of course. This used to be a map, but it looked awful, so I've removed it. I'm not sure what I'm going to put there. Good spot for like a banner or something. I'm probably going to double down on these chandeliers now that we've expanded this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably going to move these ones to here and then add in a third set on that one. It depends though. If they hang down too low, they're going to be in the way of that. So it might be better to have just the two, like one on this log and then one set on this log. So we'll have to see how far they hang down. But then when you come in here, and so again, like open to the kitchen and all that kind of stuff, that's going up to the tower. But in here is like this cool kind of important apps with all the views of the river and all that. But then this hallway leads you directly to this room, right? And that's why I want this to feel like secondary only to this space, right? And we can probably carry the floor through. I mean, this is a 3x3 pattern essentially with a 5x5 border. So like we could easily take this along, and depending on how it lines up, it might be worth it to kind of take it through here and then have like a different floor happen here. This was an old floor design. When this was like a pantry or something. It was not originally meant to be an important area because the kitchen is like right here. But we've moved the kitchen kind of like potential staff housing and stuff up to here. In here, right? And this is probably going to change a bit as well. Useless Rogue subscribed to tier 1, 4 months. Amazing how Minecraft castles have their stories change as much as the real castles do. For sure. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. That's how we talk about stuff on the Spawn Chunks too. It's all about narrative and like implied history and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I like the way that this is going. I'm not sure about this. I feel like to look at this from a little bit farther away. Oh, we're missing a block. Yeah, I don't know about, because of this having a brick edge, I kind of feel like this should be, that should be the brick edge, and then all of this should be regular stones and andesite. Or maybe just that, but then we couldn't have that window there. Yeah, I feel like we might be losing some height emphasis by having a horizontal texture change. Oh, thanks for the sleep, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Do. And thank you everybody that's been subbing and resubbing today. It's always a really good feeling when, you know, there's a bunch of potential resubs that are coming up and folks just, that number of how long you've been subbed just continues to grow. It's really, really cool as a streamer. The rest of it I think we have to do from inside. I'm just trying to get like a little bit of a gradient going on. That's maybe not the best way to do it. Maybe we should do that. Do it that way. Now we can still do the balcony. I don't know about that door. The whole idea here was to minimize this stairwell. We might want to put like an actual stone railing in here now. It just feels a little bit tricky, right? Feels like you lose space here. Leave that, and then that there. Oops. I think that's right. Yep. Then maybe we can put some stairs or something upside down. Connect everything. Now this has been reduced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I would prefer. Oh no, those have to stay like that. Right. Because of the windows. This has to stay here. Oh, so this does work out then. We just needed to change in here. That's on the outside. Oh, that can't be on the outside. There, there, and there. So we may not keep it staggered like that. It might be something we change later, but it kind of gives a little bit more of an interesting vibe down here. And then you can do stuff along here, like giving it a little bit of more detail. I'll have to go look at the balcony that I've got in the mansion, because I know that I was quite happy with the way that that turned out. Kind of playing around with some shapes and stuff. So then it starts to feel like it's supported in part of the structure, right? And gives you kind of an interesting color contrast between the stone facade of the windows and then this. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that change. Now I guess we have to address the top part. That does not feel good. Leave that be. I don't know if that feels better to come up in an open spot like that or not. What is all this? This is all something we can change. Sort of. That's good. Because this could look good if it was all wood right out to here. So here is where we can actually get a little bit more interesting with this and change this part. And try to create a little bit more interest when approaching from the south. And what we can do is change this. And all of this would end up being out here somewhere. But we could also add a balcony. Now here, I feel like we've got... Oh, there's no slabs. So that's good. So we could potentially have wood along here. If we can cover it up on the other side. Two, three, four, five. So there. That kind of a thing. And then this. Just for the lack of, oops, a better block, just use this. Now, previously, we had changed the roof. Let's just put a balcony on that. I really want a door here. Or maybe not in the middle, maybe closer to the end. Like here. Or would it make more sense to be across from a window? Thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, I like the windows too. Need to back up and just take a look and see how this is shaping up. Lord Andy, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. You don't really notice much. I need to do something to break up this section. We need to move that inner part of the roof out to its appropriate location. I like the colors. We'll mess around with the form and shape of it and everything. But here is where I'm really feeling it's just a lot of gray. So now this could be changed because if we do a gradient along the back of this, we could change a lot of this to be a little bit nicer. Certainly, I think we'll bring this kind of gradient along to here, right? And this might like be capped by that, and then this will start, right? There's a bunch of different things we can do in here. Hi, it looks nice, and how are you? I'm doing very well, thank you. And thanks for the compliment. Yeah, it's a long time coming. We're taking our time. I'm trying not to rush it, even though I really want to finish it and move on to some other things. And well, I mean, if nothing else, we'll be taking a break from this for a little bit when 1.20 comes out, because I want to go and do some things, some adventuring, and some, you know, get some armor trim and just kind of experience take a moment from this and just go experience the update when it happens. All right, so we need to get some spruce, stripped spruce. Yeah, and I think I've got stripped dark oak on me. Got the door. I don't need the grass. Don't need the dirt either. I guess we'll just go up out here. Right, so if that's the balcony, then it would this stuff would all start here. Because that would be one in from the normal overhang, and then after this it would switch. Guess we should probably do the other stuff first. That makes this top part a lot bigger too. And this would continue out to there and there. We may have to come up with some inventive ways in here to do some stuff. So for example, we could always come in here, switch this to a stair. Or actually, that's kind of a lot of vertices all meeting in the same spot. Although these might end up with some slabs or something at the top of that, so we could maybe work that out. The other thing we could do is actually have like a log that goes across here too. That can look cool. But again, it feels very oddly wedged in there, so we'll have to see. If I did something like that, I'd probably want to bring this down. Oops, not there. Maybe like that. It does give some extra depth to the windows. Oh, I wanted to get the stair. Leave nothing behind, right? Will you be trimming the world for the update? Big head face. Not this time. No, everybody on the server seems to be kind of keeping in their own areas, so there really has been a lot of like crazy expansion or exploration, so we should be good. We should be good. I keep on wanting to go in this section for something. I don't even know what that's for. It must have been to soften the corner or something. Weird. So that's that corner of that room. So here's another like a cool example of like we could actually have the kitchen feel a little bit more functional by having like a pantry or something here, right? Right. That, or we could have like a workstation there, like a table. Love getting a visual of what you talk about on the podcast. Well, thanks, Lord Andy. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Westhill. This is the whole thing. Well, I mean, this is the keep. This is what I've been battling with the last little while. Not sure I like that. There's so much brown. I feel like I need to change up something, and the roof feels like a good opportunity to maybe, instead of having this here, like what if we changed, those are slabs. So you can't do too much, but like I could try to see what this might look like. If the whole thing looked like it was supported, you know, with stonework. But then it's plain stone, it's not bricks. So I don't know how well that would actually play. And maybe we just change it to bricks for just that section, you know? This is the thing that I like about getting into this level. Like once you know that the framing of a building is in the right position and you're happy with it, then I feel like you can do a lot with experimenting with some details. I just have to decide if I want the top of this to look like it's more stone or if I want it to look like it's more wood. That has a very interesting feel compared to just yet more wood stuff, you know? Wrong way. I like that I've given myself a lot of different options for getting up and down. have trapdoors? I do. Just put down the blocks and take a pause. Let your weary mind find a cause. 5 minutes to rest, relax, and unwind. Then return to Minecraft refreshed and aligned. A Cosmic and ChatGPT collab. Wow. That is, that's interesting. Are you a poet without even knowing it? Is that how that goes? That's not what I wanted to do. So the more interesting thing would be to run across there. What about... And then we could spice this part up a little bit. And then this top part, we just have to create like a little bit more of a drop. So now we have a cool opportunity here to actually hang a light in here, which would be nice. So we'll probably do a real basic thing there, and then maybe here. And hang a lantern or something. That's probably the best way to do it. All the exploding scaffolding. Yeah, I'm going to have to double check the way that I want to design the ends of these parts, but yeah, the trapdoors are not doing it for me. There's just too many of them. How did I do the other end? Oh, the other end's been destroyed because of the tower. And this, oh, I put them on the crosses. Yeah, this needs to be changed too. That's pretty dull. Well, I'd say that's an improvement. We obviously have to come back and do the windows. The window highlights are obviously askew now. I need to take another break though. Thanks again for the reminder, Cosmic. So for folks that are in chat that might be new, I do this once an hour. Gives me a chance to refresh. Gives you a chance to get a drink, grab a friend, share the stream. The more people, the merrier. We're going to be hanging out for a while this afternoon too. The plan is to finish up a pass on this section of the build in Minecraft and then switch over and play some Satisfactory as well. So I'll be here for a while on a gray Tuesday in Nova Scotia. So be right back. So I don't think we're at a spot where I want to put like final block choices, but I think what I want to do is take a little bit of time and clean up the floor and make it feel a little bit more like we're going in a specific direction. So maybe we'll try, I don't know if I want to extend that. I think I should look at what we're doing on the windows. Oh, right. We can move the stuff up there. I want to do glass panes. And I think we're going to stick with the blue. Light blue. I think I've got another box. Yep. I want those. And do I have andesite up here? I thought I did. There we go. Don't think I need the wood, so... Oh, no, I do. Right. What I don't need is that dirt. That should be good. Yeah. So, put in glass panes. I'm debating on the andesite block, the smooth stone block, or the andesite stair. Polished andesite stair, I should say. Which doesn't always look good with the glass pane, so... Oh, not that. I don't know that you're going to be able to see that from far away, so I'm kind of leaning on the idea of the stair. The question is, do we want to do the stair on the inside or the outside? I guess that's the other thing. Because really, you're only going to see these windows in detail when you're up in the room. Yeah, I agree. The polished andesite is probably how I want to go too, Cosmic. But we can also do this. And then we got to figure out what's going on up top. And what we're doing in the middle. Cool thing about the middle is that we could use walls, maybe. Wish we had polished andesite walls. That would be nice. I don't know, that kind of makes it feel a little bit weaker. That might be not where we want to go. Oh no, we need more blue glass. I guess I'll use that too. Oops. Probably 32 should do us. Alas, Earwax, it has indeed been a little while. Welcome back. Good to see you. And then on the top floor, what are we going to do above the windows? Same idea. I'd imagine andesite is going to be the thing, but we could do block of andesite. We could do stair of andesite. We could do stair the other way. Or we could indeed do a wall. 16 probably would have been plenty. There's all kinds of holes in this roof. I think I just like the straight andesite block, you know? I wonder if these would look better. Let's do andesite blocks. I mean, we can switch these to stairs inside if we feel like that looks better inside. And what if these were walls? It's a rare opportunity to do something like that. We might even be able to go up a little bit. If we did that, we'd have to go all the way to the top. Or we'd have to break it up with a horizontal thing here. Where it wouldn't be walls above that. But that starts to introduce a horizontal thing there. Yeah. Yeah, they look taller without the walls in between. Yeah, I like that. I might knock this cliff down a little bit, although you can't see that anyway. I'm tempted to leave this little bit though. Here. Yeah, so far so good. Alas, Earwax. We're just keeping on, trying to finish up some. Is the right way? This is the right way. Finish up some decisions we've made today. I'm curious to see how this would look all the way across. And then up top, I don't know. No, it's not bad. Wish we had better textures for stone walls. But up top, I feel like we just kind of go with the block. It's either the block or the stair facing the outside, right? Those are probably the two that I like the most. Unfortunately, my texture pack doesn't connect the glass panes anymore. Looking to update a lot of that stuff for 1.20. So someone was asking earlier if we're gonna be trimming the world. No, but I need to update a lot of the data packs and stuff. I don't know about those walls. That's a tough... It almost makes it feel like one giant... It almost feels too tall. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel structurally sound. Thunderstorm? Nonsense. Big head face, you're not looking to updating a server? Yeah. It can be kind of a pain. I mean, the benefits are you have these wonderful long-term builds, right? Yeah, I don't like the walls. And chat, what do we think about the top part? Are we doing it polished andesite blocks? I need to get farther south. Granted, these are going to have to move. I think the stairs are probably how I'm leaning. It's tough because it's hard to, I'm being distracted by these things that I have to change. Yeah, I don't know about the pillars in here anymore either. Or not the pillars, the arches. Now that we've got those stone bits in there, it still doesn't really help. Although, I guess we could just change this. If we went slab. I don't have any, but like if we went slab there, that kind of works. I know I was up against it, but I feel like we might go with the wood. I might switch it to dark oak, like to better match things, but tough call. What did I say? I liked the stair, right? Cool. So now I just have to adjust the roof bits. And I think right now, just because we're here, I'm going to put out one of these fires. Oh, that was supposed to be a slab. Right, roof. We also didn't want this in here. I might have to connect that. Now these have to be adjusted to go over the windows. So it looks like, oop, that's not good. It was a stair on this level over the window. And then a stair here. And a trapdoor there. And then a slab here. And then this all just gets shifted. Of course, there's nothing to stand on. Right, so it was upside down over the window. Upside down that way. Upside down, right side up. Thanks, Cosmic. And is there a window here? No. So what do we do after that? Slabs, but they're lower. And then slab, slab, slab. And I wonder if it would be worth it to do a full block here. We could also put windows in the attic port too. That could be cool. And then maybe no. And now we just have to move all the trapdoors. Trapdoors are in the wrong spot. That's fine. Oh, scaffolding. Get rid of that, and then that goes there, that goes there. Yeah, that works. Hidden scaffolding in the chimney. And no, I don't care. Thanks for the lurk, Cosmic. My best to the family. We'll catch you later. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent improvement. I still feel like we need to do more with the side of it. Like it needs to have some more andesite texture or something happening. The odd brick kind of floating around here and there could work as well. It does look a little bit funny now that we've moved that brick strip. So I might want to replace the one corner, like right there. That might look better as a brick. Just the same as that does. It might work out. Because then it would be symmetrical as far as the design goes. Power Nestwich, hello, welcome in. Doing well, thank you. We're just wrapping up the Minecraft section of today. We're going to move on to Satisfactory, so don't go anywhere. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. It looks a little bit funny from this angle, but it definitely, having it come out and cover part of this big gray box is definitely a good thing. I really don't like that little thing. We're tearing that down right now. And the brown here helps a bit. I almost want to extend that balcony by another block so that the brown comes a little bit farther. But I need something. Maybe it's just going to be a matter of putting like a lantern or something here that'll help add some brown. But this is feeling very, very boring. Death to the ugly thing. Right. So then from the inside, when you approach this from the downstairs Great Hall, you come in this way. We've widened this to be a 3-wide hallway all the way around. And then here, it's a quite an interesting entrance. It's kind of nice. I may want to dial some of these back. Like, we could maybe even do this a bit. Just to kind of get a little bit more, yeah, block less of the windows. And then we could replace the ones in between with slabs. Just shave that down a little bit, you know. Honestly, we could probably do trapdoors here too. Yeah, hides less of the windows. Very cool spot. Maybe this is the dining room. Who knows, right? Yeah, I like it. So it's not a ginormous change, but it was enough to, I think, shift that over. Glad we had the room to do that. I think the other end of this building now is what needs some love. Like, this feels like a little bit, like it's not fitting in with what we've got going on. So I want to try and move that a little bit, I think, next time. As I mentioned before, don't go anywhere. We're going to continue to stream today. We're just going to switch over to Satisfactory, which is another of my favorite games. Oh, no. Dislike. Are you fast enough? You're not fast enough. So yeah, we're going to switch over to that. If you want to check out the SpawnChunks podcast, that's available at thespawnchunks.com. It's all about Minecraft. Myself and PixelRift co-host and produce that. We also have the Citadel Cafe podcast. We, as in me and other co-hosts, although PixelRift has been on the Citadel Cafe from time to time. So that's out there at thecitadelcafe.com. And of course, you can check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan if you want to support the stream, or if you just want to join the Discord. That is probably the most economical way to do that as well. That's going to be it for the Minecraft section. If you're checking this later on a VOD, this will be a separate VOD, so you can watch the Satisfactory or you can watch the Minecraft VOD. And that's all at Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. So yeah, I'm going to take a slightly extended break. So it's usually about 5 or 10 minutes in order to like reset the stream and get things going. The stream will end briefly, but I'll restart up like with a starting soon screen. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with Satisfactory in just a little bit. And if you're heading out, all the best. We'll see you soon.